Hi Cappy, and welcome to your mid-monthly reading here for April 2021. This is for Capricorn energy, and that is Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, any kind of placement basically. And you know the drill, Cappy. Take what resonates with you, leave behind the rest. Never ever force it to fit if it doesn't. Alright, so what are we going to do here? Well, first we're going to look into the energies that will play out here for the rest of the month, right? And please be patient with me as I dive into the energies. I tend to go with the flow here in them as they unfold, right? And just to get whatever messages come up. We're going to start by laying out the tarot and to get those messages, and then afterwards I will pull out the archetypes. And when I use the archetypes, I tend to get deeper messages, so now you know that. Alright, please be patient with me as I dive into it. And yeah, also, please like if you like the content. I would appreciate your support, Cappy. Okay, let's see, what do we have for the Capricorn? Mid-April 2021. Cappy. Come on, Cappy. Show me, Cappy. Three of Cups. Crossed by the Page of Swords. Alright, I'm just going to lay out the cards here. Alright, Cappy, please patience here. I'm just curious because going into this reading, there's some nervousness for some reason or another. The Queen of Swords. Alright. Wow, we have court cards here, and then underneath the deck we have the Three of Swords, okay? Okay, and then we have the Knight of Cups in reverse here, and Three of Wands. Okay. Three of Swords, Knight of Cups, Three of Swords. I can understand the nervousness here. I don't know if you had your heart broken here or just disappointment in general or whatever, but you see, it's just it's the energy is here. I'm gonna. Okay, please be patient with me, okay, Cappy. It would appear to me as though, you know, I get a lot of third energies here. That does not necessarily mean third parties. It just means that there's something more. It is about creativity. It's about expansion. And when I look at what we have in the center of the spread, we do have the Three of Cups, right? So the Three of Cups is an energy of coming together with friends, family, whatever. It's just coming together, right? And communicating as well. But then we see here crossed by the Page of Swords, so it would appear as though, you know, communication could be a little bit of a challenge. And yeah, I gotta say, we have a lot of swords here in your reading, right? So there's a lot of thought processes going on here within you. You're rationalizing quite a lot, and what it might be is that I feel as though you don't quite have all the answers available to you, because I see what's underneath here. That's the Two of Swords. That's, you know, first and foremost, it can result in analysis paralysis, but it's also, you know, an energy here of just waiting a little bit around here, and not basically just not feeling as though you have all the answers. But that's a bit fun, because then I look up here what's in your focus, and that's the Knight of Swords. That's the complete opposite, right? That's quick forward movement. It's wanting to fight for something. It's seizing the opportunity here. And you know what? I have two knights here in this reading. I have Knight of Swords and Knight of Wands. I'm seeing a reappearance of an energy you already know, and we're gonna look into what that is about, right? It doesn't necessarily have to mean, oh, the ex is coming back or anything. It's just a reappearance of something from the past here, because we have Six of Cups coming up here for you. We're gonna look into what it's about, but Six of Cups is an energy of nostalgia, okay? It's nostalgia. It's childhood memories. It's kindness. It's actually good energy here, because it would appear as though it comes with finding peace for some reason or another. And I can understand why that might be needed here, because look at all these swords we have in your current energies. I mean, come on. It's almost as though, you know, your thought processes here are affecting how you come together with people. But in the recent past, I am seeing 7 of Wands here. So that combined here with 3 of Swords and, you know, the disappointment, come on. It shows a little bit up as though you've been a little bit defensive here, protecting yourself, standing up for yourself. I don't know if you had to put, yeah, basically to speak up for yourself. It could appear as though that might have happened here. But it's a fierce energy. And then I look here, it's as though that you are coming together with people here who are good for you, right? I do see possible communication coming in as well. Your hopes and fears are the Queen of Swords. And I pick up at this being you, that you might be hoping that you're capable of communicating clearly, of seeing things clearly, but then I see what's crossing it, and that is the Page of Swords, and with the Knight of Swords, so you might have high expectations here in terms of how you communicate, and in what's in your environment, what could be triggering this is that the 7 of Swords, which there might be a situation here that's going to require a lot of confidence from your behalf here, Cappy, where you might be an underdog. It might be that you are thinking a lot here, with thought processes taking over here, because you're trying to detach emotionally from something here to protect that. Because I do see it here, right? It's almost like, alright, so if you can disconnect from the heart, from the emotions, then you can't get hurt. But let's pull out a keynote here, and then we get started with the archetypes, right? Most likely outcome, by the way, is the Knight of Wands. So that is fast forward movement forward here. And with the Ace of Wands here with you, this is a brand new beginning in something, right? This is the light of it. It's epiphany. It's finding the motivation. And I actually feel as though you are finding your motivation here by being with people and communicating clearly. And I don't know if some of you could have been, can't really say it. Maybe some of you have been in isolation for so long that you forgot how to communicate. That can actually happen, right? Or I don't know. Yeah, when you don't speak, you can forget how to formulate sentences. I sit here and completely sounding crazy, but it doesn't have to just be because of isolation. I mean, it can, you know, if you're giving birth or something like that. All right, let's not go there. What is it that I wanted to look into? I want to get the overview here, because what strikes me is that we have these 3 knights, right? These 3 knights. Even though this one is under the deck. And then we have these 3 threes, right? They're 3 threes. And then we have 2 queens. King and Queen of Cups there. Oh my god. Alright, I need to leave that there. It's Queen of Cups, Cappy. Alright. it would appear to me as though with 3 knights, that tends to denote, to have lively debate, right? Debate. And with the 2 knights, something here is coming. That it could be an old friend that you're running into you haven't seen for a while, right? But I have to say, this is affecting the reading, which is the disappointment. Someone here having hurt you somewhere down the line. Okay, throw me a keynote, and then we're moving on with the archetypes. Show me the keynote here. Changed living conditions. Are you moving? Or you finding yourself in a new environment? You're changing. Let pain guide you. And forced closure. Gratitude and appreciation. But forced closure came out a little bit in reverse. I get this, you know, it's like being kicked out of your home, but it's not, because it shows up like in reverse here. So it's not really being kicked out of your own home. It's more of a change that comes as no surprise. Does that make sense to you? Right, you know what? Let's look into it. Let's pull out the archetypes here. This is going to be interesting. There is still this energy here about not really looking at the potentials over in front of you. Okay, you know what? We're just gonna lay out the archetypes, and then I will be there with you. All right? Why have you suddenly become so complicated, Gabby? Your energies they used to be somewhat straightforward. Now they're getting more and more complicated. What do we see here? Oh, it has to do with speaking your truth, huh? Oh God, no. Okay. Wow, this apocalypse. I can't remember which other sign got that exact same position as the most likely outcome. That's a redefinition of it, your reality. And what did I tell you about speaking truth? We have the poet here underneath, which is a Sagittarius, got similar energy here about something about thwarted, creativity. And all of the threes in numerology or tarot like that, the number three tends to speak about forms of creativity, right? And then I look at this three here, three of cups, three of swords, and with the sevens, it would appear as though we're dealing overall, if I'm to pick up on the overall energy, as a disappointment that affects the way that you take stock of yourself, how you build up your confidence. I really, honestly, Cabby, I feel as though I'm going to have to do with you as I did with the Cancer. I start broad and go down because of all of the court cards. With so many court cards, it means that you're easily affected, and in this case, it's being affected in terms of how you fight, how you stand up for yourself or take action. Because I am seeing that your hope is to be a bit more passive, but it might be that passivity is not really an option here in your case. We have the vessel in the center of the spread. The vessel is the body. Oh God, I was going into the vessel. I got massive inspiration about the vessel a few days ago, and I have it in my notes somewhere. Something about this energy that's going to be very relevant. The vessel is basically the body. It's life. It's taking care of yourself, basically. As opposed to, we all about the soul's journey and all of that, yes, but you also have your body to take care of. That's what we have in the center of the spread. It's also keeping things together. And with the three of cups here, let's just look into that. Honestly, it would appear to me as though possibly here, this rest of the month, communication will affect you. Of course, yeah, but I'm going to explain that. Show me that Three of Cups. It's the King of Swords. Do you see? And the Knight of Cups. And the Hierophant and the Emperor. We have the Queen of Swords up here, right? And swear to God, we're going to look into that environment of yours, because I feel as though you're very much affected by forms of dishonesty. Or feeling like an underdog. Feeling as though you have to almost like disconnect emotionally. But with the King of Swords, the Knight of Cups, and the Emperor, you see this is a strong masculine energy here. So I'm seeing you spending time possibly with 3 different people. Let me tell you about it for the rest of the month. 3 people that might have important energies for you, right? One here is, not that it has to be a love situation, but I'm seeing 3 distinct energies associated with either situations or people. But these people come with situations. One of them has to do with, where I see your focus, by the way, also, is that, conversing with someone who's very, very smart, very intelligent. It's almost like you're hoping for your counterpart in terms of finding rational explanations, rational ways out of some kind of a situation. And I have an energy here that's very sweet and very nurturing, but that's a disappointment. And I'm really picking up on you shutting down your heart here, because you know you don't want to fall for the dream again, whatever that means. And I'm actually also picking up on it being your own dreamer. And that's where this Emperor emerges. Of course, it could be that you're dealing with a boss, but right now I'm picking up on that it's also your energy. You're becoming tough. But there are situations here with the three people, someone very smart, someone more romantic. And I see, I don't know if it's a father, but I see a strong strategic energy here. How the hell? Alright, you know, I'm gonna lay it here because that's very interesting. Your hopes here as the Queen of Swords. Okay, please bear with me here. I'm trying to figure out what the hell is going on with you. Your hopes are to, with the prayer as well here, to achieve some kind of help. That's the prayer, that's help. Are you trying to achieve help here to how to understand things? It's like reaching out. It's not because you're seeking a quick solution. You are actually, well, for some of you, actually because you want to help. You want to help. But there's something here that you don't see. And it's in your environment. Now, here's the thing. I feel as though there's something in your shadow that you are rejecting. And I truly believe it's attached. Would appear to be it's either your dreams here or it's your person. The emotions here are detached and it's still hiding in the shadow. It's almost as though you don't trust them. You want to gain power over yourself, over your own life here by, I mean, it's almost like turning a little bit stone cold here. It's gonna come back though. I feel as though we gotta look here to, no, you know what, let's just quickly see here. I'm gonna pull up some more keynotes here. Show me the connection that it is that you don't want to talk about, but it's here. It's a wounded inner child. Let me just throw out a few of what it can be, right? It's a right. It's could be an abandonment wound, guilt wound, trust wound, neglect. What am I seeing here? Honestly, what I am picking up on here is that not being met halfway. If that makes sense, Cappy. Not being met halfway. Or when it is that you show yourself from the loving side. Show me this Ace of Wands. Let me show you, Cappy, who you are right now. This is the teacher. The fox is a teacher, but it's also, you know, fox. There's also fox here. I get as though you're being very, very smart, very intelligent. You're trying to figure out your path here. It's like trying to return home to some kind of a path here. But I get that with the Self and the Knight of Swords up here, it's as though there are aspects of yourself that, I'm not joking, that you are rejecting. But it's not because you're rejecting it. I feel as though you still know it, but you're hoping not to be affected by it. Alright, we're gonna look into the future because, oh my god. But yeah, there's a connection here that's a teacher, but with the dead end underneath, that's not really understanding that something here is over. Right? That's trying to push through something that's done. Maybe some of you should check out the Ace of Wands reading I did for the stalker here. Because what is crossing here is actually, I mean, the challenge here, I really see you trying to speak truth here, but it's as though you still trying to find your truth in it, meaning that you don't just adopt what everyone else is telling you. I've got to look into that recent past. I'm sorry, Cappy, if your reading appears a little bit chaotic. It's just I'm trying to find out what the hell is going on. It's cold. Show me this 7 of Wands. 5 of Wands. There's tension in the past. 5 of Wands, Justice, and the Lovers. There's tension. It's a tired energy. It's a conflict. But I see you having beaten it. But it was not. I mean, the words here have been harsh with the sword. I mean, I see the truth coming out, but I still see it being a little bit. I mean, your truth is here, and you're now swinging that sword here. You want to speak your truth. But maybe it's because you are, almost want to say, up against people or situations where the truth do not want. It's just your truth is not accepted, so to say. For some of you, I'm also seeing a little bit of a spying energy, if that makes sense. But in the past here, I mean, that's arguments. That's figuring out how to do the right thing to you and also to the situation. Is basically being your authentic self. When faced with tension, when faced with conflict, it's about looking at the situation from a rational perspective, why we have all these swords here, right? Seeing your own shadows, seeing other people, seeing how you're being triggered, and then choosing to do the right thing based upon, well, with respect to yourself, but also to other people. So it doesn't become like, you're bad, you suck, you just the worst. It doesn't become that. I am seeing that, and that's affecting you now. That, well, I do see you. Surface level, I do see you happy here, but people not accepting you, or are you trying to keep your voice down? Change living condition. And to some extent, Cappy, it feels as though you might actually be manifesting a massive bubble around yourself, so no one will ever come into you. It's like a very self-defense, not military, but it's just. But I am seeing, you changing your conditions here, the way that you conduct yourself. Show me that Knight of Swords. Clarified by the Sun. Things are gonna come out into the light with the Death. A situation here is going to be over, and there we had the World. Something here is over, but it's gonna come very, very quickly, by the way. And there is a little bit of I want to say, a need here to keep your footing, because it might happen so quickly. I can't believe I'm gonna clarify this much. Queen of Swords here, trying to rationalize everything. You know what? I suspect it's because it's all of these swords. Which is weird, right? Especially considering, what we have up here with the Cups energy. It's almost as though you're allowing your thoughts here to protect your emotions. If I haven't said that before. Showing me here this one. 6 of Wands, Queen of Wands, and then Nine of Swords. This is you, by the way. You are this fox here. This is your work. This is learning through other people. What do I mean by that? That's why we also have the Justice and the Lovers here. That is coming to know you by someone here in your life that shows you aspects of yourself, right? They show you your shadow. And that is what I'm seeing here. I'm seeing you being very victorious. I'm seeing you being very... I see you glow and all that. But it's gotta be honest, Cappy. Maybe is that why we have a guilt wound here within you? Are you guilty of having success? Is that where it's coming from? Oh my God. Cappy, I'm picking up on a Capricorn karmic lesson, which is being kind to yourself and not having too high expectations. Yeah. What do I mean by that? When I look at this energy here, Aleph here, it's almost as though it might be difficult for you to see the truth about yourself if you have so high expectations to yourself and how you're supposed to be successful that you don't really recognize the success that you have. You notice that of taking yourself too serious sometimes? That can really bring you down. That's just for some of you, right? Feel sorry. In a guilt wound, what I wrote here on this one is that you feel sorry, or to feel sorry and doesn't feel like asking for things, and doesn't want to ask for help. Don't want to be a burden to someone. Not that I'm seeing it here. It's just more of a, I don't know. Is that alright? Should I really speak here? Should I really speak my truth, or will my truth just be a burden here? Bad education, accountability here. Agree to disagree. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me here if your voice was thwarted somewhere down the line, right? Someone here possibly made you feel, could have made you feel as though you were not smart enough. Nah, intellectually not smart enough. That's what we could have at all the sorts here. So you might question your own capacity here to speak, or to be kind, or just to see things. There would be a history for that. There would be pain because of that. All right, let's look into what's coming towards you. I want to look a little bit into, oh my god, 26 minutes. I'm going to do it quick here. Show me your environment. Show me your environment here. Seven of Swords, clarified by Two of Wands and the Page of Wands and the Hanged Man. I see you wanting to move forward, but it's almost as though it gets blocked here again. You're not rejecting anything about yourself. You're seeing things clearly, right? But I am seeing rejection on the table. And because of forms of rejection here in your life, I feel as though that might be what is then bringing you down here a little bit. It's rejection in regards to, you know, getting that moving forward, basically. And then what I'm seeing is that with the Six of Cups, we're going to look into that, right? Well, I see you being extremely resilient, by the way. I see you whenever, if something here blocks you, then you just go inside yourself and you find another solution. It's not because you're helpless, but I wouldn't be surprised if you carry a lot of this alone. Then we have the Crone here with the Six of Cups. I'm gonna look into that. By the way, for 28 minutes in, and the outcome isn't looking amazing, Cabby. I'm sorry for how long it took here, but let's see. Six of Cups clarified by the Devil. That's your energy. 10 of Cups, good. And then we have High Priestess. That's good. That's good. That's good. Good, good. I'm actually seeing a good outcome here. Because I'm seeing you return to yourself here. I'm seeing you being a little bit... you may not be satisfied. You might not be satisfied with whatever is going to happen here, but you're coming into more of peaceful peace here. I'm gonna lay out all the energies, then I'm gonna explain it to you. Okay. It fell out. Well, it has a lot to do with your living condition, possibly in regards to your family as well, but let's see. Okay. Okay, good news, good news. All right, first and foremost, as I said here, I see what's coming up here for you is that... okay, this is so difficult to explain, Cabby. The problem is, or not problem, the challenge here for you overall for the rest of the month is figuring out your direction. and staying put on it and not just flipping through like a fish here without purpose. That is your challenge. I'm seeing something return here to you. It could be a partnership, by the way, but I'm seeing first and foremost happiness within yourself. I'm seeing you again coming to embrace all aspects of yourself, including the way you communicate, including the way you speak. I don't know if someone here managed to get into your head that you can't make things happen because you're not smart enough. Okay, just saying it, as you know, how dare they? How dare they? That's just for some of you, right? But you know, I'm seeing a little bit sad about that, because that's not cool. That's just not cool. Yeah, agree to disagree, right? Anyway, I'm picking up here on your strength being, that's the thing. If I gotta be honest, it would appear as though someone here could have betrayed you. Somewhere down the line, someone here could have betrayed you. Betrayed you in a way where you didn't see it. Or maybe you could have seen it if you wanted to, but you didn't want to. And now because you didn't see it back then, the pain which is still here, it's re-emerging. No, it's never left. That's the thing, it's never left. But what happened was that it got to you in a way where it's difficult for you to open up here. Right? Someone here has hurt you to the extent that it's almost like you you're so guarded, you're so protected of yourself. It's almost like you don't really see how beautiful friends you have around you here. I'm actually getting you have such a great support system around you, and you will see that, and I see you will spend time again, and I do see you coming. I still see you coming into alignment with wish fulfillment. By the way, I'm seeing wish fulfillment for you, but again, it's almost as though you won't recognize it, especially if it's not how you expect it to look like. Here and now, indecision. Yeah, right now it's like you don't know. God damn it! I'm so sorry, Cabby. I'm looking at these energies. You know, here and now, indecision, deceit, yin and yang, and broken heart. I'm getting a little bit of a trust wound here, and the trust wound is still with you, and that is something you should probably look at here. It's almost as though do you trust your own ability to make firm decisions because of what happened? Anyway, in what's coming out here for you, you don't see the betrayal, some of you either. Right, what is coming your way here is some of you are moving. Something here is gonna strike out of nowhere, and I see fast forward movement here. Right. So things will come out into the light. But you know what? I'm actually seeing you getting wish fulfillment. I don't know, someone here, I mean, first and foremost, it's your own intuition starting to wake up more and more and more. It could speak to you through dreams here. And Cabby, what's coming there? I'm seeing the truth come out. I'm seeing good money possibly coming your way here. Someone here may not have been loyal to you. Okay? And that is probably something that should be looked at. Show me that page of swords there before we finish this and we're done. yeah, I'm not really sure. But I'm seeing wish fulfillment. We're gonna look a little bit into that wish fulfillment, and then we're done. 34 minutes. That's how difficult this reading was. Page of Swords. You know what, Cabby? There we have the Queen of Cups. I think with Queen of Cups. Cabby, did you find yourself with the wrong person? How many times do I have to say it? The Queen of Cups shall not be with the King of Wands. These two do not go well together. Okay? She doesn't even go well with the King of Swords. These the Queen of... Right. Anywho, the Page of Swords clarified by the Tower, the Knight of Wands, and the Hermit. As I said, your world is going to shatter here. It's for the better, of course it is, because something here is not built on a false foundation. It's gonna spark you into you know, forward movement, into questioning yourself, into that critical self interview. I can't believe it just showed up. It actually did. Critical self interview, where you will reflect and reconnect with your sense of purpose, and forgiveness will be needed here, especially if you are burned out, if someone here has betrayed your trust. Is this a current energy? Yeah, it's hidden here underneath you. It's about finding your purpose. Okay, Gabby, that's where we're gonna leave this one here, right? No more drifting back and forth here. Standing firm. Truth will come out, but the truth may come out in a way here that's not... I mean, it really depends where you are, right, Cabby? It really depends. It's good. It's absolutely good. I see wish fulfillment here. It's actually a wish fulfillment you didn't know you wanted. But the journey there, holy shit. Okay, Cabby, that is what I have for you. I hope that was useful in any way. Don't let anyone here thwart your voice here. Timing is right here. Don't be afraid of the depthness, the depth within yourself. Don't be afraid of it. And that's what I have for you. I will see you next time. Ciao, Gabby.